You know when you fall in love with something, and then you do it for a long time, you do it to death, and then you're no longer in love with it, and it's a bit of a grind and a chore and an effort to still do it. Well, I've been there with poker. I think everybody who's had a long career in the game knows what that's like from time to time. And the biggest source of disruption to your game when that happens is a loss of flow state. Flow state comes with immersion, it comes with being in love with something and just being completely committed to doing it in the moment. And what you really want is that all-consuming, myopic focus where the rest of the world just ceases to exist while you're doing that thing. And I've been fortunate enough that in recent stream sessions I've begun to go back to that place with poker for the first time in quite a long time and experience that immersion, and it's led to a higher caliber of performance. I think this is the most underrated thing, because I think the difference between a poker player who's in flow state and is playing A game and one who isn't is perhaps bigger than most differences between different skill levels of poker player, if that makes sense. One of our coaches who I think excels at this is Cruiser. Cruiser's Reg Wars series has just launched its next few episodes on Carrot Corner. Episode 1 of this came out when we first launched Cruiser as a coach. Episodes 2, 3, and 4 have dropped right now, Monday, the 10th of June. Actually, as you watch this, I'll be in Lanzarote on a beach somewhere, chilling out. But that's not the point, because you're at your desk, you're watching this on your computer or your phone, and you're going to want something to watch later on. And Cruiser's analysis is amazing. It's like his play in game is so close to his out of game flow state analysis that I wonder if this guy just like permanently lives in A game or something. He'll say that he doesn't, but when you look at the way he plays in his videos where he analyzes battles that happened against other regs, wars that happened in a tough environment against other strong poker players, you really begin to see that his in-game play and out-of-game play are not really that different. This is another series that's on my list of stuff I need to sit down and binge watch. Actually, don't binge watch it, take notes, it's a lot better. But yeah, check out after the video, but today you're going to see me in flow, playing some of my best poker. Really love to bring you these sessions because I just think they're just so much higher caliber and just way more instructive than when I'm kind of grinding along playing my C game. So hope you like it, let's get into it. This is a kind of grim spot with Queen Jack. We're not folding turn though, we have many boat outs. Villain can be doing a lot of random shit. I'm probably calling river as well. It sucks, but just there's too much volatility here. There's too much weaker queen in range. I think we're taking the worst of it now. But there's going to be some chops, there's going to be some wins, there's going to be some bluffs, there's going to be some stupid obscene merges with 7x. I don't think we can fold. We're usually going to lose though. There's the obscene random airball. So yeah, against a short stacked high VPIP player, you're just not folding hands of that kind of absolute hand strength because they beat a lot of random spew, which is both made hands and garbage. But you're obviously not happy, you're probably taking the worst of it there by the time that runouts happened. But pot odds are pot odds, and we win this time, which is nice. And checking back ace queen, we're playing overbet check as our main strategy in this pool right now. Kind of puts people into a bit of a difficult situation. I think just going pure bet on the turn here is best. Going to call again, we're not afraid of really any river here. And we will call all rivers. Again, not massively happy, but happy enough. Very easy snap call on the river here with the turn dace. The turn dace is a lot stronger than the flop dace. Yep, let's see what we've got. Nothing. Okay, ace queen, definitely worth some value. I think I'll just go pot. I think our hand is worth pot here after this action sequence. Probably worth a small overbet as well. I'm just not really sure. Yeah, sorry about the jack-jack. It's fixed now. And we lose the two pair that played like an absolute net. Swings and roundabouts, guys. There's a lot of that in this pool as well. People just grossly underplaying their hand. Happens. People are extremely passive and sticky for the most part in big pots, but are very terrified. It seems to be a pool that mainly runs on just fear. So I'm going to go for a small bet on this texture when I bet, which won't be that often. That's a beautiful turn card. And we're now going to pure bet our hand for this sizing. I won't be betting this flop that often, and because it's a nut advantage equalizing texture, we're not going to go big on flop or overbet or anything. It's good for you guys to learn like where we're going overbet, when we're not. This villain probably just has an 8 or king queen, We're going to call and mine here. I think the pot odds are way too good. This is quite a sizable raise, but it's not so big that we're into folding territory yet. Now, is he going to fold an 8 if we go all in? This is the question. We have a lot of good hands in our range here, not that many bluffs. Let's try. Oh, he's just like, no, I'm not going to fold. I had queen 8. That might be one of those bluffs that's a little bit misguided, but because it was an Austrian, and I think it's a reg, I think I just have to do it. There's also the chance he bluff raised the turn, and like, we lose at showdown to some like ace-6 of clubs hand. I think we just have to go all in there, but it's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, a bit of a shame. I don't think we get to avoid that one though. We have a lot of boats in our range. We have all the boats, like all the sort of 2-pair and the set combos getting there. We could just be folding villain off of some other bluff, and people will fold an 8 sometimes if they're a reasonable player. That guy's obviously just like, I have good absolute hand strength hand, I'm not folding, I'm in the GG pool kind of player. Unfortunately, and there are lots of those. That's a very high EV river bluff in a normal pool, or against like a competent human. Against someone that's going to go so sick and snap call you, expecting to lose, but too much of a degenerate to fold, you're not going to do so well. So this does way worse in the GG pool. 3-bet and 4-bet seems right. 1 for 1. Don't mind the fold here at all with queens, obviously. Probably bet flop check turn here. I don't know though. Jacks and 10s are like abound in villain's range here. I don't think people barrel. Honestly, don't think people stab that much on this node. I should probably still check. I'm not going to. I'm going to bet. And this is somewhat exploitative. I just don't think people are aggressive enough here when checked to. I don't think they're doing a good job. Probably meant to check this pure in GTO, I would think, although 1/3 specifically can't be too bad, right? Okay. No 8, please, dealer. Nah. Quad queens! Quad queens! Oh, I got a big hand. I've been entered into like some Daniel Negreanu thing where Daniel Negreanu looks younger than he actually is. Good job, Photoshoppers. Sorry, Daniel, but we can't all stay young forever. You can't be kid poker forever, you know what I'm saying, my guy? He watches the stream, so he's probably sitting there in Canada like, hey, it's Carrot Man! I love the guy, I love this guy, I love the Carrot Man! He's probably doing that. Did this guy just lead to the fucking flop and I have ace-5 backdoor? That's pretty annoying. We are kind of deep. This hand makes an okay raise. It's not a fantastic spot. I think I'll float. There's a lot of implied odds here this deep with backdoor draws, and there's an overcard. And if he starts checking the turn, I think bluffing's probably going to be alright. Do I want to go one and done, or do I want to go like... I'm going to go small in and always bet river here. That's just a little exploitative line. Like, I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's relatively decent. If he's hit ace queen, he may well just lead, given that he's the leading type. Don't feel great about this, honestly. I don't feel great about it, but whatever. Yeah, so against fish there, it's kind of like you either, if you go pot on turn, your river fold equity will be questionable unless you like go all in, which is not a terrible line if you want to go like take that route. But just going third pot and then just bluffing river for near pot might be better. I don't know. What I don't want to do is go pot 2/3, right? That would be really, really bad. Like, I don't want to do that. Althor, let's go, my friend. Let's play a pot. Let's see if you'll call a 3-bet. Will you call a 3-bet? If he 4-bets me, I guess I have to flat, right? What can you do? Let's check one back here. See what's going on here against the streamer. I'm going to battle 2 streamers at once in 3-bet pots. I'll probably just check this one to showdown. I'm not overly optimistic. Definitely calling the small 4-bet here. Put a snowman on there, dealer. I'm not even looking at this table. I'm going to check this one back. Is there a snowman on there, chat? Tell me that there is. There fucking is a snowman. Let's go. Let's go with the snowman of spades. Now we're bluffing. Let's go pot. Okay, would be abominable to do anything but call, I guess. Let's see if Calthor can find a triple barrel. Let's see if he has it in him to triple us. No? Oh, he just net checks back. Oh, he's such a net. I forgot he's such a net. It's such an obvious river check in theory. Oh, I should lead the river, right? Because he's so netty. Yeah, I should lead the river. That was thoughtless. That was impulsive, man. That was too impulsive, that river check. Like, yes, it's a frequent check in theory on the ace river, of course. And it's going to be hard to get value from worse than an ace. In my head, I was like, an ace is going to value bet, so I can just check, but of course not. A lot of the time, not. Yeah, that's a problem. That was a problem. That check was a problem. I should have found some kind of value bet there. I don't know what size of value bet, but I should have found some form of value bet there. That was a misplay by me. I got too excited. This sucks. This guy goes huge. We have 10s. He has a 7% 3-bet. We're a little bit deep. We can probably just about mine this. If I was 100 bigs deep, I would fold 10s here. But because we're flopping sets left, right, and center, that wouldn't be very advised, right? Let's check raise the ace 3. So here I should check. Let him bluff ace queen. Let him bet his king. And just check raise, I think, is the play. If he goes big, I'll just probably shove. If he goes this sizing, I'll just raise and jam river. I'm going to raise pretty huge here. I think it's a pretty inelastic spot. Let's go for something like this. Definitely not relying on them to bluff enough on river. That would just be an error here. 35 VPIP, 35 29, 3-bet 18. This is the kind of guy that like calls. Actually, is this a small sample? Whatever, I'm just calling now. I've taken too long. I'm just going to call this time. I could obviously 4-bet here if I'd thought about it and got enough of a read. 872 hands. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, that's Montenegro. It's not. Is it? No, that's Poland. I'm just hovering over the wrong flag. I learned this flag was Montenegro the other day. This is a fold with King Jack. Jack of clubs here. We are going to be pure continuing. I don't think I'm playing much raise on 7-7 deuce at all. Very good turn. We're going broke. I mean, like, could you convince me that I should fold this hand to a turn bet and a river jam? Maybe. Am I making that big an exploit yet in this pool? No, probably not. So if we get stacked, I think we get stacked here. I think I'm kind of... I guess call outperforms, especially with the club, just outperforms jam. I'm going to false tank a little bit here. I don't like the fact he bet 30 though. I'm still not folding. You have like King Jack, Queen Jack for value here. Be merging. Yep, we're going broke. He's got a pretty big 3-bet stat pre as well, 18%. Yeah, easy call down. Very happy to call down here. Well, I would say very happy, but yeah, okay, ace 8. We see bet flop small. I just throw in like a bet like this here. I think this is good. He checks. If he's checking an overpair here, I am so mad. This is such a clear GTO jam. This is so clear. Surely he's not checking. No, I'm still going for it, man. I'm still going for it. Surely to fucking God he's not checking an overpair. I'm going to be so unhappy if he just gave me a free get out of jail free card here. Yeah, I'm not going to jam. I'm going to be sick if he has queens or something. Okay, I think we have the best hand. Or I'm getting net rolled or slow rolled, or both. There's like the nasty net, right? The guy that's part net rolling you and part slow rolling you. Like he's taking his time in case he loses. Okay, it all worked out. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do anything absurdly exploitative in that hand. Like, it's like, I'm doing worse than I should be on turn, and I'm doing worse than I should be on river, but it's not close enough to, like, a fucking fold or anything like that on turn or a check on river. I call 10-8. And I'm going to over a bet with 9-7. Let's go. That's time. Boom. Wouldn't have got there. Joke's on you, villain. Going to call. People are going to do a wretched job of bluffing here, so we're going to lead. Call me with ace queen, please. Call me with ace queen now. This is how you beat this game. You just lead when you hit trips. This is what you do. If you're procedurally checking there, you're missing a trick. Please call. Come on, man. I'm clearly bluffing. Kings. Yeah. Just don't check the fucking turn, guys. Whatever you do, do not check the turn there. It's not a good play. Going to be calling here. Don't think 4-betting pre in this position is very good. I think I'm just going to check the turn here. You could bet small. I don't see a lot of utility in it with 2 jacks. You're blocking the outs of king queen. You're blocking the king jack. Like, there's just not much useful fold equity. And if you get check raised, it's not sad, but like, I'd rather just check the hand is like totally invincible. Now do we bluff if villain checks the river and try and fold out queens, kings, and ace-x? I think we overbet the river now. We're reaching quite far up into our showdown value here, but I actually really like this line. Let's overbet bluff the river. Are we overbluffing this node? Yes. Do we care? Nah. This is a good hotspot for fold equity. We may run into the guy that's just like not folding ace king as possible. I don't like this tank. This tank is bad news. Please fold. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you call here? Why would you do this to me? Thank God. I just expected him to be like snap fold, man. I mean, it's such a good bluff that it's literally working like 85% of the time or something. I really think so. It's such a good bluff spot. I was actually really scared I'd run into like a station there. Or a guy that slow played ace 10. For no reason other than they like the check button. But yeah, that's the kind of thing you want to do, right? Identify spots where their range is just stupidly weak and just take advantage. Rather than being like, I have showdown value. Like, okay, that's only one part of the equation, right? Let's size up here just because we're a little deeper and I don't think it's going to matter or change anything. Ravagen 1991. We can go big or small here. I'm going to move bigger this time just because I want to. So theory says I should check, but they're going to do such a bad job of bluffing the river, I think. Maybe not though, it's Russian. Okay, we'll check. Russians are a bit more aggro here, so we'll take the GTO line against the Russian. Obviously not against a more competent opponent. Jam's the only sizing here as far as I'm concerned. You have the nuts. What do I hope he has here? Ace queen that's curious? I don't even know, man. I don't feel like this is getting called very often, but we'll try. We gotta try. The thing is, I'm bluffing this turn so fucking frequently that it's so hard for me to have air here. I need to be turning, like, I don't even know what into a bluff, like jacks, which just seems, like, so stupid. This is such an underbluffed line by me. I'm not surprised he folds, but, like, what can we do? What can we do here? We can bet turn, sure, like if we think he's really underbluffing river, but the blockers are just so bad for getting called. I don't think we should deviate to that extent. Deal 3-bet to 9, or let's 3-bet to 8. I just really want action here. 2 pair, okay, you can raise against block. I'm usually calling flop here in theory. I might choose to raise exploitatively. I think people are 2 jacks, 10s, 10-9, etc. heavy here. I'm just going to lead the turn. This is just an exploit though, and I'm going to lead the river. King 9 does not play though. We lose to King Jack and King 10. It's worth pointing that out. I think we just block the river. Yeah, I think we block the river here. Is this right? Again, you just don't want to turn your hand into bluff catches here. It's not like people are just like checking back flop with nothing and floating the turn and then betting the river with nothing. It's not happening. So villain raises. He's saying he has like ace king plus or a queen. The queen that didn't raise turn. I mean, it's somewhat believable. He is from the UK though, which makes me think he's more likely to be a reg. but he's 30-10 over a small sample. We do have a good bluff catcher. We can also have like ace-x of spades and stuff sometimes. It's a really small raise as well. Like, what are we playing? Like 10 into 37? You don't need to win very often here. You know, I'm curious enough. I don't think this is winning too often, but I think I'll look it up at this price with this hand. We need like 26% is probably there, just about. Definitely expecting to take the worst of it though. That's what it's all about in those spots. You know, you're not like calling because you think you're good. You're calling because you're like, are enough people just spew raising like some random ace jack hand here, or like some kind of busted flush draw, or some kind of tens that they're freaking out with enough. And I do think it's like close. I think we lose very, very often. Let's put it that way. Very, very often indeed. Maybe it's a fold. I don't know. My instinct was fold, but I talked myself into saying the pot odds were just about there. It's not one of these like tilty calls where I'm like, I must call. I'm gonna jam the ace king in this guy's face and hope that he's bluffing, but obviously we're more pessimistic than this than normal on GG. I'm gonna just focus on this hand first though and check back again here. Okay, there's not gonna be much to think about. Please fold. Thank you. He gets the orange tag because he actually 4-bet bluffed. Orange tag. This is a badge of honor in this pool. Definitely a badge of honor to get the orange tag. I mean, congratulations, you 4-bet bluffed. Easiest check ever. They lose to a guy that decided to slow play. Tricky Trappy. What's the tag for Tricky Trappy? Let's go for Grey. Grey means Tricky Trappy from this point onwards, guys, okay? This guy's decided to bet massive. And I'm not going to fold. And I'm probably going to get stacked with like third pair now. Oh, wow. Let's jam. Yeah, I think we jam there. Do we jam? Yeah, I'm gonna jam. Nice. These games are good. Should have protected your hand, mate. Now, that fish will never, ever check the turn with top pair again now. Like, every single time he will bet. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go now. But this has been fun, and I will see you on Monday when I'll be back with myself. Then on Tuesday, I'll be back with Mr. Akshar Patel. Stay tuned for a YouTube video tonight on how to smash soft poker games. Very much what we're trying to do at the moment. It's a sledgehammer kind of thumbnail thing going around. And yeah, don't forget our subscription service is live. And of course, we have premium courses as well. And the final thing I'll say is that if you do want to invest in your poker education in your future, picking up the full scholarship will get you 3-month subscription free. If you're thinking of doing that anyway, it's a good time to do it. So I will see you later and have a great weekend. Much love to everyone. And bye for now.